This free-to-play, totally accessible hero is one of the best ones for the guild boss. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, just stay tuned, watch the video, and you'll get what I mean. This hero is available to every single player out there. You can fuse him as many times as possible. And the one I'm talking about is the one and only Komodo right here. I'm not talking about Abomination. Komodo is a free-to-play epic that you need a couple of rares to fuse together and make this one. You can make multiple copies of him as well in order to get your awakenings going, and as well as get one going for Abomination. And this guy has something in his kit that no other hero has that is freely available, and makes him very special for the guild boss and for other areas such as the artifact material raid or the fighters promotion material raid. So let's have a look at his kit. So Komodo himself is a fighter, all right, so he does have to be in melee range in order to do the damage, and he has a very special ultimate, which when activated applies a bleed debuff on the target and also boosts his own speed, so he attacks much faster, and then he can apply this debuff. This does 1% of the target's max health per second and increases physical damage taken by 10%. So this increase of physical damage can then apply to any other hero that you're placing on the field, and will make Komodo just be extra useful for this specific reason, just for this one, right? If you want to see his default skill is just a 75% damage to one enemy 2 times. And then he also has an auto, which each attack has a 15% chance to deal 230% damage, which of course this goes up when you skill it up, and with awakenings he becomes even better, such as more rage restoration, which is great for your ultimate ability. You also get more crit rate. You get some deals 50% more crit damage to targets inflicted with bleed. Then you have penetration, which is very nice against targets with high defenses. And then on Awakening 5, you can also get HP per kill. So Awakening 5 is not that special. I would say all the way to 4 though, you'll see real difference with Awakenings, which as I said, you can do for free. So how have I geared my own Komodo, and how will the showcase be? So let me just go into the guild boss and show you the whole team, because it will be using legendaries alongside Komodo, and they are a little bit better geared than him, but he's still gonna be going 1-to-1 with them in terms of damage. You'll see how this goes. But what we want to see really in this showcase is using a lord such as Wrath, who is free to play, available on 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks, and then I think 42 days or something is when you get his 5th awakening. So I will be using a 5 awakened Wrath for the showcase. Can deal a ton of damage, and the lowered bonus is tremendous for using melee heroes in the guild boss. You'll see it as you're playing through. Wrath is going to be amazing, and you'll be using him for a long time because of this lord skill, just to get your attack boosted. All right, your attack boosted. So for the showcase, the way that I've geared him was close to 100% crit rate, tons of attack, right? 15.7 thousand, and crit damage that he has is almost like 190%. And Abomination, who's also gonna be competing for damage, is even better geared than him, fully skilled out as well, which is not ideal for these kind of showcases, but I just wanted to show you guys what Komodo can do. So 83% crit, 270 crit damage, 15 or 16,000 attack there on Abomination. And then finally Komodo, the man of the showcase, right? The hero that we're using. We have him on level 60, 0 awakenings just for this first part, and I'll do a second part after with him awakened to see maybe we'll have some difference in terms of damage. 87% crit rate and 174 crit damage with barely 12,500 attack, with some good speed there, so plus 122, which gives us like almost 1 second less on our attack intervals, which also helps with rage regen. Okay, so with this being said, just remember the gear when you see the showcase right now, and remember when you're placing the heroes that in order to benefit fully from Wrath, you need to be placing down the heroes, so they can't stay there on the slots of all the heroes there. So what I'll do here is I'll start placing Komodo, I'll place Abomination, I'll place in Wrath. You already see the 20% boost in damage. You can place in another hero there. You'll see that other 35%. You can withdraw him, place another one, and withdraw 35%. Yeah, that's the maximum. And then I'll start placing healers. So Nisande helps with speed. All right, speeding up everybody. And then I'll place in some other heroes just to fill up everything. But honestly, we're here to just compare the 3 melee heroes here. I didn't really bother with everybody else in terms of gearing. The healers are there just to heal. What we want to see is Komodo in action. So in about 10 seconds, the shield is going to pop up. So I'm going to be popping Komodo's ultimate right now. Let's pop Nisande as well, who will be speeding up everybody as well. In terms of the melee heroes, the mages don't really do that much because of that. So Komodo is stacking that poison. Look at this, 1%. So every 1%, every 1 second that passes now, we're doing tons of damage on the boss, and we're still going and boosting everybody else's damage as well. And I have a very special artifact equipped on Komodo at the same time, and that artifact boosts his own damage by 20% when there's bleed on a target. And the good thing about that artifact is that it can also be used on somebody else that doesn't have a bleed of their own and still benefit when Komodo applies his own bleed. All right, it's like having a mini Salazar. Salazar applies bleed. We all know how good Salazar is, but it's not an easy hero to acquire. I don't think there was a 10x ever for a Salazar. So what I'm doing here is just popping the ultimates whenever they are up and trying to pop them also when the shield is there, just so that we can take it down. Since I'm on a Nightmare 2 difficulty at the moment, I'm in a guild of my own for the test server, by the way. If you've noticed the million gems or something that I have is because I'm on the test server. I'm not an oil prince or something. So look at this, we're already going strong with 2.8 thousand. We need to bring down the third shield if we're gonna succeed. I don't have any ultimates, so that might be rough. We'll see how this goes. Is the shield dropping? Let's pop everything. Let's see. Yeah, we dropped the shield, and we are looking at 3,500 blood at the moment, which it should be good damage. Should be like 30% of the boss or something, if I remember. And we heal whenever possible. You don't really need 2 healers like a Vortex and a Nisande, but I just wanted them here because I didn't know how much damage my heroes would be taking. Are we looking at 5k? Maybe. Komodo, I'm not sure if he's gonna get another ultimate through. Maybe if I had the Awakenings on and getting that extra 50 rage, maybe we would be able to pop the ultimates much quicker. But look at that, 4,500 blood, and we'll have a look at the damage screen in the end. Remember the gearing differences, right? The extra attack, the Awakenings or Wrath. Remember the crit damage, the 16,000 or whatever Abomination had, right? So we did 4,500. That was an easy 1 key on Nightmare 2. Let's have a look at the damage. 6.9 million, 7.8, and 10 million. And this damage by these 2 heroes is boosted by Komodo himself. He of course did more than these 2 heroes, even Araka there. These 2 heroes, because these are just AoE mages, these are not guild boss heroes. But look at the damage that this epic did, and it's just insane. It's just insane to consider. I couldn't really drop the stats of the other ones so much. I could have dropped them, but it's still not a fair comparison to compare a fully skilled up legendary like Abomination with Komodo. But it's still a hero to get you through the door and start doing some serious damage and boost up your physical damage potential. So for this second part, what I want to do is I'll do an auto fight since we have everything recorded. I think although things will change now that I will awaken him. So what I will do is awaken him to 4, and we'll see the difference there in terms of damage, especially the A1, which will be restoring rage. I think that will be a big difference to Komodo. The extra crit rate is nice, but not really that amazing. A3 looks like 50% more crit damage. Could be a nice addition, all right? And then penetration boost there. So there we go, awakened for Komodo. Same kind of showcase as I did before. And remember, you need to drop in your allies to get that 35% boost. So 4 allies are needed to be drawn. I thought it was 5, but it's 4. So let's go in there and we'll have a look at Komodo again. And I'll totally be surprised if he can pass Wrath, okay? I don't think he can pass Abomination, not really. But so let's drop in. There we are, 35%. There it is, okay. And just withdraw the other heroes, drop in the mage. Also in there to start doing some damage. Then put it on the 2x. And when the time comes, I'll be popping my ultimate. So Komodo has his already, but there's still like 10 seconds to go for the boss to be on his shield. So let's pop it now. And we'll start applying the bleed. You need the bleed if you want to be dropping the shields quickly, by the way, because again, you're doing 1% damage and boosting physical damage taken by Wrath and by Abomination. So like Abomination would have done 9 million before, and Wrath would have done 6.7 or 6.8 before if Komodo wasn't in there. And we already have the ultimate again. I love this. Let's pop in the heals. Komodo is going again. I think the way that we can recover rage is so nice with him. And we apply the bleed there. Let's do this. I popped it too early. I popped my ultimate too early, I think, there. But we're already at 50%. That is crazy. Already at 50% there. I wonder how quickly we can pop it again. Look at this. 3 times we pop the ultimate. I'm just clicking it whenever the time is whenever it's available. But it looks like we have like 50% of our rage bar just because of that A1. That A1 was huge. A1 was huge. Plus, we're also getting some speed boost by a Sunday, but everybody's getting it, so it's not really something I should be comparing. 37. We don't have the ultimate here. That's gonna be a problem probably. Let's see. Can we pass through the shield? Yeah, we can. All right. There's the ultimate now. I think it still does solid damage as we're going down. So that was what, ultimate number 4. We did 4.5 last time, so we'll see the overall. It gets rough to do a lot of damage after like the 3rd shield is down. You're left with what, 1 minute? 76%. Come on, I want to pop another ultimate. So 5th ultimate will be huge here. There it is. There it is. Much better. So we're boosting our damage by what, 300 blood this time around. Almost at 5k. Like with a little bit of optimization, I could have easily done 5k. So let's see the damage recap. Remember, we were at like what, 6.9k before. Did way better. So with 4.8, 9.4, yeah, we did way better. So let's see the damage. 8.9 million and 9.9 million. Wow. Okay. I mean, it's really obvious. It's really obvious now on how much he can be. And with optimization to his gear, I think he should be like a solid 4-year clown boss, guild boss, pushing. Keep calling it clown boss because that's from Raid. But yeah, like look at this. Look at this. It's beautiful. Beautiful. And the testings that I've done it on Nightmare 1 as well. We had similar results. Okay, very close, but this one wasn't with an Awakening. And the difference in gearing between Wrath and Awakened 5 Wrath is amazing in terms of the potential that he can do, plus the extra crit rate that he gets. I mean, this champion, the stats 15.7, 187 crit damage. Crit damage was very close, although he gets boosted. Komodo gets boosted in terms of his crit damage when he does the bleed and stuff, and then he procs the auto skill that he has. Okay, let's go into artifact material stage 17. We're gonna go in there with heavy hitters and just Komodo. That 1% damage will surely show why he's so much worth investing on. I wouldn't say take him immediately to 60. Okay, you might have other heroes available, but you saw how much damage he was doing. That bleed becomes huge and also helps every single other hero that you might have to do more damage. If you have another bleed hero, by all means go for it, but Komodo is there. easy to fuse, and easy to get your damage going. So let's go into stage 17 and have a look at if we can beat it. I think I have everybody geared out and good to go. So we'll see. So you go in there right as Abomination is gonna turn and start attacking. You drop in your other damage dealer. So your tank, I mean. So we're gonna start with Komodo. We want to start with the bleeds as soon as possible. So here I'm gonna have Arrogance, who can also help out with killing these ads coming in here, and I'll be able to drop in the ultimate quite quickly. And let's drop in a healer. Usually I don't run a healer for this situation, but we kind of need the healer for this one. I would imagine I'll drop in Wrath. That will boost our attack as well, and we're doing well. Look at the boss's health just dropping down. Of course, Arrogance is, I mean what other things do you need? So Komodo, again, look at the bleed and look at the damage the bleed is gonna be causing. We drop in Valeria also, who's a huge hitter as well. You know, big hitters, but Komodo is there to help everybody. That 10% going strong. Look at how easy they just melt through. Easily they melt through. Let's pop in some heals. We don't want to be dying also in this one. And that is it. We cleared it. No power of dominance. And we'll have a look at the damage recap. But I know that Arrogance is going to be... Arrogance and Valeria are going to be number one. They're going to be at the top, right? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Next. Stats. Oh! Is Komodo there in the top? Oh my god. 3.8, guys. 3.8 versus 2.9. That is the 1% that the bleed does. Such an insanely good hero. Is this guy is the one to go for. And this was stage 17. With gear that is crazy on like Arrogance. I mean, it's crazy when you consider what I could have done, all right? So 13.6, 52% crit, 282 crit damage. All right. On Abomination, you saw the gear before. Valeria here just dropping in with oh, I didn't have her booked out, but it's fine. She still does tremendous amount of damage. She had a 17.5k, 94% crit, 274, and you saw how much damage she was doing. Of course, she was placed in last. That surely made her damage much lower, but you gotta drop the bleed hero there, right? You gotta drop him and you gotta start doing the damage. So this was the showcase of Komodo. What do you guys think of Komodo? Will you be thinking about it? Have you been using him already? Let me know down below. Thank you all, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.